Indications that the conflict in the Middle East is coming to a close are scarce. The United Arab Emirates, having endured over 2,300 missile and drone strikes from Iran, has become increasingly frustrated as the conflict persists, with ongoing attacks jeopardizing its reputation as a secure, pristine, and affluent center for trade and tourism in the Middle East. High-ranking officials from the UAE have adopted a sharper tone in their statements regarding Iran. Just days ago, Noura Al Kaabi, a minister of state at the UAE's foreign ministry, said, "An Iranian regime that launches ballistic missiles at homes, weaponizes global trade, and supports proxies is no longer an acceptable feature of the regional landscape. We want a guarantee that this will never happen again." But why hasn't the UAE, despite having absorbed more fire than any other Gulf state, entered the war fray yet? Here's all you need to know. The ongoing war in the Middle East has demonstrated that the UAE's long-term investments in developing its defense capabilities were not merely conventional military spending. The nation's air defense systems have effectively thwarted the majority of missiles and drones aimed at it. As per the Emirates Policy Center, the war served as a practical test of the UAE's defensive deterrence system, which proved capable of protecting the country's vital space and minimizing the effect of the attacks. Abu Dhabi and Dubai have continued to operate as global financial and commercial hubs, maintaining their operations seamlessly. Think tank analysts say the attacks did not succeed in fulfilling one of their intended goals, undermining the economic landscape or instilling uncertainty regarding the Emirates standing as a premier hub for business and investment on a global scale. Now, efforts aimed at destabilizing Iran's government and its sovereignty are likely to provoke a surge in retaliatory actions directed at weakening the Gulf nations: Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates. The Gulf countries, to date, have done a credible job in air defense. However, they are bound to encounter a significant logistical challenge in an extended conflict when it comes to balancing the expenses of expensive interceptors with the low cost of drones. Missiles, each costing hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars, fly fast, are hard to shoot down, and carry a huge explosive payload. But for now, the bigger threat may come from the drones. Drones are small, slow, cheap, and easy to shoot down, but so plentiful that they come in swarms. Most drones in use today are smaller than traditional military aircraft and require different kinds of air defenses. Drones fly slower and lower to the ground, and that means that many air defense systems are not optimized to shoot them down. The advanced air defenses used to protect high-value targets from missiles are not ideally suited to stopping cheap drones. An entire swarm of drones can cost less than a surface-to-air missile used to take out just one of them. As per the Foreign Policy Research Institute, Moscow is highly motivated to prolong this conflict and the accompanying surge in oil prices for as long as it can, and it is also capable of supplying Tehran with drones that, ironically, are derived from Iranian blueprints. Think tank analysts say drone attacks against Gulf states' commercial buildings, desalination plants, data centers, oil terminals, and tourist spots will cause economic losses and an exodus of workers. This will put considerable economic and political strain on the Gulf states due to decreased oil sales, attacks against vulnerable infrastructure needed to live in the desert, and the loss of commercial, data, financial, and tourist industries, as well as their role as a worldwide transportation hub.